Mabilis pa, parang di nagbago. Parang nakalaban lang ako ng kasing edad ko ah.
Ang iba sa kalaban Pacquiao.
At 47 years old, Manny Pacquiao has officially begun training for his long-awaited rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr., reigniting one of boxing's most iconic rivalries, first witnessed in their historic 2015 showdown.
Inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He is the 8-division world champion. Please welcome back to the sport of boxing, the legend Manny Pacquiao.
The legendary Manny Pacquiao is back in intense training, driven to prove that age is just a number, and that his trademark speed, explosive power, and relentless warrior spirit are still a serious threat inside the ring.
Nice.
Before sunrise, Manny Pacquiao starts his day with grueling road work, pounding the pavement to restore the legendary stamina that defined his career.
I miss boxing. I'm excited for the fans to give a good fight. Boxing is my passion. The way I train, the way I work hard to make sure that I can give a good fight to the fans. Still here. Manny Pacquiao is back.
Talk to me about the run. How strenuous was it? Was it harder than you were thinking, easier than what you're thinking? How did it go down?
I gotta say, everything's just mental, you know, and it was definitely, you could definitely feel it, you know, for sure, especially going up those hills, you know, and for him to do this every day, every morning, is definitely a lot of hard work, but he's really dedicated.
After logging miles on the road, Manny Pacquiao dives straight into punishing gym sessions, mixing pad work, heavy bag drills, and blistering high-speed combinations. He then follows up with strength and conditioning routines designed to sharpen his power, durability, and overall resilience.
Good morning, Dr. Dan. Good morning. Yes, it's a sunny day. Well, mga plano po natin for today. But always enjoy the rest of the day. Nabigyan po tayo ha. Puro mo lang natin po natin.
Huh? Huh?
Manny Pacquiao also maintains his infamous stick conditioning ritual, hardening his body to withstand pain. During training, assistants repeatedly strike his abs and torso with wooden sticks, toughening the muscles and sharpening his ability to absorb brutal punches. The routine fortifies his core, boosts endurance, and mentally prepares him for the physical toll of elite-level competition.
You start. That's a good massage. That's a deep tissue massage. I like that. Now it's that face. 30 seconds. Put your way up. Move up with the knee. Move out the fingers more. Time. Exactly. Go. Go. Okay, done. Let's take it at the top. Harder! Ah! Hey, here it goes. 10 seconds.
30 seconds, baby. Come on. Yeah, baby.
Done. Let's do that in the fight. Very be happy, I'll be happy. Do that in the fight. Big man. 30, 45 minutes.
Manny Pacquiao openly admits that boxing is brutally hard, warning that when your body and mind say stop, you must listen. But as long as the fire, passion, and willingness to endure relentless hard work are still burning, he believes there's no reason to walk away.
Of course, boxing is boxing, it's really hard sport. When laziness comes to your body, to your mind, then stop boxing. Forget about boxing. But as long as you dedicated, you have fire, you have interest to punish yourself like that, and for hard work, you enjoy doing hard work training like that discipline, then go for it. Like continue boxing.
Do that, yeah.
But
You do that, you'll be successful.
of course. But something like comes to your mind, like especially in the middle of like preparation, like let's say 2 months after 1 month training, it's like you're tired, like lazy.
I agree. It's not a sport you play.
But as long as you enjoy it, you enjoy, you're happy doing it, like go for it, like.
Manny Pacquiao explains that fatigue and self-doubt often creep in midway through training camp, putting a fighter's commitment to the test. For him, true success comes from pushing past those difficult moments while still respecting and understanding the body's physical limits.
That's what I'm doing. Like when the time comes, comes to my mind, my heart, busy, tired. Then forget about boxing. Yeah, right? But as long as you have passion and dedication,
You have fire, yeah.
yes, of course. But look at your body also. Sometimes your mind is active, but your body cannot fix.
Mine stopped a long time ago.
So that's why I'm trying. I'm trying to push myself, but God is that. Hard work yan, si Jack eh. Agos na lang pumunta sa Jack eh. Hard work yan. Ako na lang talaga sa'yo.
Kama, di kami drive of mine.
Manny Pacquiao isn't just preparing for a mega showdown, he's sharing the grind with his son, Emmanuel Pacquiao Jr. Training side by side in the gym, the boxing icon mentors Pacquiao Jr. through demanding pad work, heavy bag drills, and tough conditioning sessions. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is deep into his own camp, refining his trademark defense, timing, and elite ring IQ. The undefeated legend is reportedly emphasizing conditioning, sharp pad work, and controlled sparring to preserve his precision and stamina for the official rematch.
I step back and I have my distance. That's why I step. See, you gotta have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance.
What truly sets this rematch apart from recent Floyd Mayweather Jr. appearances is its official, sanctioned status. Unlike exhibitions that resembled controlled sparring with minimal intensity and no real stakes, this bout carries genuine consequences. Mayweather's flawless professional record is officially on the line. Every punch, round, and tactical adjustment matters. For fans, that means real tension, real risk, and authentic competitiveness. This isn't symbolic entertainment. Both Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather are fully committed, bringing decades of elite skill, preparation, and legacy into the ring. The elevated stakes transform the spectacle into a serious contest where history, pride, and championship credibility, not just showmanship, are truly at play.
Japanese promoter had to come out and go, hey, wait a minute, I think we're a little bit lost in translation here. In Japan, by exhibition, what I'm talking about is, this is a extravaganza. This is a once in a lifetime. This is big event. But apparently that doesn't mean that to you guys. It's like, okay, I can meet you halfway. The problem is, with an exhibition, Floyd's perfect record of 50-0 is not on the line. And whether you want to call that an extravaganza or something else, if there is not a sanctioning body and the record's not on the line, what are we doing it for? It's very tough, right? So Floyd has been going around and he's been doing these exhibition matches, and whoever put this together demanded the record is on.
Many fans and analysts who once doubted another showdown between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao were openly skeptical. Critics questioned their age, timing, and whether the magic of their 2015 encounter could ever be recaptured, dismissing the matchup as little more than a nostalgic cash grab. Now, the narrative has shifted. Those same voices are breaking down training footage, debating tactics, and analyzing how each legend has evolved, turning doubt into genuine intrigue as fight night approaches.
Manny and Floyd Part 2 got announced. I was a little, I gotta tell you, but I've had a couple of days to sleep on it, and I have a different opinion. I got two reasons for it. First off, 4 million people bought that pay-per-view. Okay, now this was 11 years ago. 4 million people bought that pay-per-view. It officially is the biggest pay-per-view in history, not just for fighting. This sold more than anything else. All right, that's something. Now, secondly, Floyd is putting his record on the line. And I don't know who gets credit here, but I give it to the promoter of the event, of which largely goes unnamed and just gets called Netflix. Okay, great. Hey, Netflix. Dude, man on the phone. Great job. Great job. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. Look, exhibition, that term has never worked. In fact, that term creates problems in America. That term was first introduced to us in America through Floyd going to Japan, doing a fight in Ryzen, and it was an exhibition. When we all hear about that, we go, well, this is play. This is a spar set.
Another reason this rematch is creating massive buzz is the unfinished business from their first encounter. Many fans felt the 2015 bout didn't fully live up to expectations, leaving a lingering "what if" over the years. As Mike Tyson noted after the fight, it captured a lifetime of anticipation for a decisive showdown. While historic, the first fight left questions about strategy, speed, and who truly had the edge unanswered. Now, after years of evolution, both legends return, making this rematch not just a nostalgic moment, but a high-stakes opportunity to settle debates and deliver the thrilling contest fans have been waiting over a decade to witness.
Remember the night that fight happened, and I remember Mike Tyson specifically came out to the media and he asked a question. His whole statement, his whole interview was actually a question. He said, "We waited our whole lives to see that," and Mike really summed it up for all of us. It was a letdown. And if those two are going to go out, I mean, you're talking about sphere and you're talking about boxing. And that means a couple of things. One, it's going to be a really big and really expensive event. And two, don't think you're going to get a supporting cast as this story unfolds. Like, don't think some killer co-main event's gonna come on. And I kind of got my interest, and my wife and I might go, but I want to see who's opening the card. That's not like that for boxing. Floyd and Manny have got to be enough. And you know what? It might be. There is something interesting to Floyd putting it.
Manny Pacquiao has openly acknowledged that he wasn't at full strength during his 2015 fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. The Filipino icon revealed he suffered a significant right shoulder injury during training camp, which limited his ability to throw combinations and fully deploy his aggressive style. According to Pacquiao, the injury constrained his movement and punching volume, ultimately impacting his performance on boxing's biggest stage.
You mentioned not being 100% the first time around. I think it was a shoulder, right? Was it a shoulder issue that you were fighting that popped up during training? To the fans who are excited about this, but a little bit worried about another injury coming up, because we're all 11 years older than we were back in 2015. To them and their concerns, you say what?
Well, both of us are disciplined fighters, so him and me, we taking care of our body, and we always work out almost every day and playing basketball like that. So right now, I still can fight. I feel like I'm still young. I mean, nothing changed.
Simon Jordan dismissed the idea that a second fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao carries genuine competitive significance. He referenced their 2015 bout, where Mayweather earned a clear decision victory, arguing that little unfinished business remained. Jordan noted that Pacquiao's more recent fights suggest a boxer approaching the twilight of his career, while Mayweather's activity has largely been limited to exhibitions lacking the intensity and stakes of elite professional contests. In his view, the rematch is driven more by commercial logic than sporting merit, as modern broadcast platforms like Netflix increasingly treat boxing as premium entertainment, prioritizing global headlines over competitive necessity. With a massive international subscriber base, even a modest spike in signups can offset the enormous costs of staging such an event.
Floyd's unbeaten record and the professional status of the bout add any intrigue to this at all?
No, not really. I don't think so. I mean, Manny Pacquiao's had a fight recently, hasn't he, against Mario Barris, who's just lost his title to Ryan Garcia, deservedly so. And that was a draw in which most people saw Pacquiao at the end of his career, saw what was left of him, and were not too happy that he came back again. Floyd Mayweather has had a variety of different bouts. I mean, I hear that he's going to fight Mike Tyson. I don't understand what that thinking is. Or an exhibition. We've seen him fight and hold up Conor McGregor in an exhibition fight. It's Netflix building entertainment models around sport. Sport is entertainment. It crosses over. Netflix have got a proven model of success that ultimately they invest some money into these sort of things, whether it's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson or Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. They'll look at their lifetime value of their average subscriber, not every subscriber, but their average subscriber. And then they multiply it by the amount of subscribers they think they're going to get as new ones, and they make a commercial.
Teddy Atlas carefully evaluates the physical conditions of both fighters. On age, he sees no clear advantage. Both Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao are seasoned veterans nearing the end of their careers, making them roughly equal in that regard. However, considering miles on the odometer, Atlas favors Mayweather, whose defensive and cautious style historically preserves his body from wear and tear. Conversely, reflexes and timing remain crucial in boxing, and here Pacquiao holds the edge. His recent activity in the ring has kept his timing sharp and reactions quick, whereas Mayweather's extended inactivity, despite his flawless record, could dull his reflexes early in the fight, potentially giving Pacquiao a tactical advantage.
I put even, so each get a check They're both old, right? So that's number one. The number two was who's got less miles on the odometer. And because of the defensive style of Mayweather, I gave a check to Mayweather having the edge here. I mean, besides the Marquez fights, Pacquiao's been in some tough fights, right? Reflexes and timing and other boxing elements. Well, I gave the check to Pacquiao. You know, at least he's had some fights, or at least one real fight, you know, Barrios recently. And yeah, Mayweather's fresher, but inactivity could affect his timing, especially early in the fight. So next one, power. Well, the guy who's always been the naturally better puncher, not the naturally bigger guy though, so that equals it out a little bit, evens it out. The naturally bigger guy is Mayweather, but the natural puncher was always...
Manny Pacquiao has stayed more competitively active in recent years, most notably in a closely contested bout against Mario Barrios that ended in a controversial draw. Many observers felt Pacquiao had done enough to win, showcasing glimpses of the speed, timing, and offensive bursts that defined his prime. While age has naturally reduced his overall output and durability, the performance demonstrated that he can still compete at a respectable professional level, especially against solid opposition. In contrast, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has mostly limited his ring activity to exhibition matches rather than sanctioned professional bouts. These spectacles, often designed as entertainment, have featured opponents ranging from former champions to crossover personalities.
Biggest names in the history of the sport. They're both old, we get that, but they're both doing this in a pro fight. This will not be an exhibition, it'll be a pro fight. So it is gonna go on someone's record. Could Manny actually take Floyd's O away? And here I am getting drug into this thing, and you know what, I'm not even mad about it, because I understand what it is. It's not gonna be the highest level of fight between these two, and I don't think it sullies their name any worse than what Floyd was doing with John Gotti III. No offense to top 3 black person of all time, but Deji, some other fights that no one really watched or cared about. Floyd did that to himself, but he still has the drawing power across from his greatest rival in Manny Pacquiao to make this an interesting fight. And again, it's a pro fight, so if Floyd goes in there and gets touched up or doesn't have it anymore and the reflexes aren't what they were, and we've seen Manny still has a little bit of it. He looked a little old in the Barrios fight, looked a little susceptible to being hit, but still has it on the offensive side, still has heavy hands, hurt Barrios with some punches.
Fans this time aren't debating prime versus prime greatness. They're focused on one central question: who has maintained their abilities longer? At their ages, expectations naturally shift, making longevity the main storyline. Supporters want to see which fighter has preserved timing, reflexes, conditioning, and ring intelligence deep into their late 40s. It's no longer about setting speed records or peak dominance, it's about durability and adaptation. Who can still perform under real pressure? Who has adjusted their style to compensate for age? In a sport where decline can be sudden and unforgiving, sustained competitiveness is a rare and telling measure.
Why you're watching this fight, to see who still has it at their age, to see the longevity play, right? We argue about Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. At Michael Jordan's peak, there was no one better than him in basketball, in the history of the sport, but LeBron James was at the top of his peak for a longer period of time that carried him into more of the GOAT conversations than maybe he even had a right to be in, but he's playing like he's 27 at 37, right? Can Manny outlast Floyd? That'll be the question. Can he carry his ability, carry his technique, carry his skill further in life than Floyd did and put one blemish on Floyd's record? That's why you're watching this. It's not because they're at world championship level. It's not because they're even at, domestic level. Whatever the level they're at, it'll be somewhat of an even playing field, and it won't be an exhibition.
Is this rematch a genuine test of who has aged better, or just a savvy money-making move? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below.